Howdy folks, this is Magnus Booner, and this is the Candied Bacon Nut Brittle video, and we are going to get going right now.
Gross.
Howdy folks, it's your old friend Magnus Booner. Prost! Today, we're going to make some candied bacon nut brittle. So for this recipe, I need half a teaspoon of nutmeg, half a teaspoon of cardamom, and a quarter of a teaspoon of allspice. But I like to grind all my spices fresh, so I'm just calling that one of these nutmeg seeds, 5 of these cardamom pods, and then I got about 11 of these little allspice berries. And I'm going to grind those up here in my magic bullet. We're going to use about that much cinnamon. We're calling that 1 teaspoon. I've got a pound of this Hempler's brand cherry wood smoked bacon from my local Hagen store. And I'm going to cut it up into strips that are going to be, ½ inch, 3/4 of an inch. This is the part where we prepare the candied bacon. So I've cut up my pound of bacon, and to that I've got the zest of 1 lemon, I've got 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, this is a 1/4 cup of raw turbinado sugar. Now I need some black pepper. I think it's really hard to overdo black pepper. Now I'm going to add some cayenne pepper. The amount of cayenne you use is kind of up to you. The recipe calls for a pinch, but I like things a little spicier than that. I'm going to eyeball probably about 1/4 teaspoon of this. And now we're just going to toss this to combine it. Now we're going to turn this out on this foil-lined cookie sheet and make it as even as possible. Now this is going to go into a 350-degree oven for 20 minutes. Now we're going to prepare the nut portion of this. We've got 1 cup of salted roasted cashews and 2/3 cup of chopped pecans. Those are approximate measurements. 1/4 cup of that turbinado sugar, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. Then this is our fresh ground cardamom, allspice, cinnamon, and nutmeg. Oh my god, this smells amazing! I wish there was some way you could smell this, but I'll tell you what, grinding those spices fresh is what really makes this tasty. Now we need 1/4 cup of maple syrup. Now this is some very special maple syrup. My local Woodinville whiskey company takes one of their whiskey barrels, empties the whiskey out, and then fills it full of real maple syrup and ages it in that barrel. So I'm going to get a lovely bourbon note from this. I need 1/4 cup. There's a cute little tag on here. It says, "Why age syrup in a whiskey barrel?" My question is, why wouldn't you? 1/4 cup of that. Now we're just going to toss this to combine it. Okay, it's been 20 minutes and that candied bacon has been baking off in the oven. It's not going to be fully cooked. We're going to pull it out with a slotted spoon and combine it with these nuts and leave behind as much fat as possible. Then it's going to get baked off a second time for about 15 minutes. We've got our slotted spoon and we're going to move the bacon in with the nuts. Now we're going to discard this aluminum foil and replace it with parchment paper. So I've got my bacon and my nuts all combined in this bowl, and I'm going to stir it around and make it homogeneous. Alright, that's nice and homogeneous. It's going to get turned out onto this baking sheet and parchment paper. Okay, now I got something a little special for you. What's this? Ugh, excuse me while I pull out my cock. Look out, folks. Old Magnus has his cock out. We're gonna drizzle some of this cock all over this. Oh, 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 yeah. Alright, now this is going to go back in the oven for 15 minutes at 350. Then we're going to shut off the oven, crack the door open, and it's going to sit in there for another 15 minutes where it's going to set up and get nice and hard. Well, I've got this cooled. Oh yeah, it's ready to break apart. So look at that. There it is. Got some bacon nut brittle. It smells like bacon and nuts. It's crunchy like toffee. Holy shit. Wow. There's salt and smoke from the bacon. There's spice and sweetness. I'm having trouble finding words. I get the subtle bourbon notes. So smoky, so salty, so caramely, so nutty. Holy shit. That is amazing. You're gonna want to make some of this. I mean it. Smack the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up because I frickin' deserve it. Share this with your friends and make this stuff because, oh my god, it is that good. Find me on Facebook, find me on Instagram, I'm Magnus Boner. Magnus Booner. Yeah, I'll be coming at you with another video real soon.